ever considered assisted suicide? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Amelia Lecter and I make videos on mental health. I would love if you would join me, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and leave me a comment. So today I am answering your questions. So I made a post on Instagram and a little video here on YouTube, like a little teaser video just for you guys to ask me questions and I will answer them. This question is from Donna Mendanka. Sorry, I'm completely probably butchering this. Hi Amelia, what a lovely name. Oh, thank you. I watch your videos but never comment. Love the purple hair color you did. I would like to ask about Rexulti. I have a sister who is taking Latuda but is after 2 years having problems with the drug, movement of her tongue. The drugs are all horrible. Latuda does not give, has other problems in the long term that people do not know about. They do drug trials for 6 weeks to test these horrible drugs. Do they only do trials for 6 weeks? I feel like they're in testing longer than that. I don't know, it seems like FDA approval takes forever, but I'm not an expert on that. How did you experience Rexulti? Any akathisia, insomnia, weight gain, metabolic syndrome, high cholesterol, blood sugar, etc.? We are now looking at Rexulti for her. Anything you can tell us or advise you can give is very much appreciated. Kind regards, Donna. Well, thank you, Donna, for your question. So I kind of had a similar experience to your sister, as in I was on Latuda for quite a while, and then I switched to Rexulti. So, and you know, I can't honestly remember why I went from Latuda to Rexulti. I think Latuda just wasn't quite treating all my symptoms, and I can't like recall which symptoms specifically. But anyways, I got on Rexulti, and I was on Rexulti for probably about 2 years. It 100% caused metabolic syndrome, where I had high cholesterol, high blood sugar, high fat levels, because I ate exactly the same as I always ate, and I gained like 20 pounds over the course of those 2 years. Now some of that was from other drugs that I took that did like a much more rapid weight gain, but yeah, I had weight gain as a side effect from Rexulti. Other than that, it was a really good drug. I ended up getting off of it, and then I went back to Latuda because it wasn't treating my depression well enough, and Latuda is like aimed for treating like bipolar depression, so anyways, I mean, my best advice is just like, my best advice is don't take my advice. You know, because everyone is different with the way that drugs, the way that their system handles drugs. So Rexulti may have caused weight gain for me, but it may cause no weight gain for her. Or, you know, oh, the sticking out tongue that you mentioned with Latuda, yeah, that, tardive dyskinesia, you do not want to get that because that can be permanent. So yeah, it's probably a good thing she's getting off of it if she is experiencing that. My dear friend Des Chroma, Lauren, she was experiencing some TD too, and yeah, you don't want to mess around with that. You definitely want to get off the drug or just talk to your doctor about how to best address that. So anyways, yeah, bottom line is I think she should try Rexulti since she's having the issue with Latuda. And yeah, just try it out. If that doesn't work, Vraylar. Vraylar caused rapid weight gain for me, but otherwise it seemed like it was fine. So I don't know. Yeah, just Rexulti and Latuda are both good drugs in my opinion. So definitely try them out and see see how it works for your sister. Okay, so question number 2. I don't know why I'm numbering these, but next question is from M. Boston. Do you take meds for your disorders? If not, why? No judgment here, just curious. Yes, I do take meds. I take many meds, and I haven't always, but since I got an official bipolar diagnosis and then a schizoaffective diagnosis, I have always taken meds. Now, I do sometimes have problems with being like med compliant. I just don't want to take my meds sometimes, which I feel like a lot of us can relate to. We just feel like we don't need them, but then in reality we really do, and it's just kind of like a vicious cycle. But I do take meds. Okay, against machines taking over. Yeah, I don't really like Katie Morton either. I don't know where I voiced that, but yeah, I agree with you that she spreads misinformation and lacks empathy herself, I think. I guess my question for you would be, how do you deal with people that are annoying? Oh, how do I deal with people that are annoying? I just really try to distance myself from them. It's hard to say because, like, you really don't have to be around annoying people. The only time you're forced to be around annoying people is like in a work or a school situation. And in a work situation, if a coworker is annoying, I just communicate with them the bare minimum that I have to do the job, and then just try and distance myself from them. So just don't engage them. Don't let them keep being annoying and obnoxious or whatever is happening. So yeah, that's my advice there, is to just like keep conversation minimal to what like you have to say to this person in regards to whatever you're doing, and try to distance yourself from them. Silent Hill UK 89 asks, hey, how do you cope with depression every day? Is it best to keep busy? I've been a recluse for years and really suffer. So I'm still trying to work on coping with depression every day. I think getting on the right medication to kind of give you that boost that you're lacking is very helpful. I think it is much busier to keep busy than to have nothing to do. So, for example, like if you're working like a part-time or full-time job, obviously doing that is great. If you're not working, just like do chores around the house or volunteer somewhere or just get in an exercise routine. I think having a schedule is good. Like, you don't have to be strict on your schedule, but I think that just kind of have like a plan of how to keep yourself busy. Like, try to pick up new hobbies. I don't know, watch YouTube videos on things that you're interested in. Yeah, I have also kind of become a recluse the past year or two. Like, I've really isolated from friends a lot more, but I mean, I'm trying to get better. Just baby steps, just slowly like putting yourself out there when you're having a good day. So, Thomasy Enugu says, I was wondering if you voted in the last two elections or if you vote at all. Yes, I did vote for both of the past two elections and some primaries. Next question, Terry Eldorado, congratulations on your nuptials. Thank you. How does your husband deal with your symptoms when they get bad? So he really just kind of like asks me what I need. If I'm having a psychotic episode, he'll often just hold me close, let me know, there's nothing there, nothing is happening. It's just I'm having a delusion or a hallucination. If it's a depressive episode, I mean the same. Sometimes I just kind of need space to like cry it out or whatever, but other times I like having like the physical comfort. So, and yeah, so, and then as far as like, he just, I don't know, he's really good at like keeping me in check and comforting me and being there when I need him. Okay, and the next question is from Manny Manaolo. I'm so sorry. Alright, so he asked quite a few questions, as you can see. So, question number 1. What are your pet peeves? I was trying to think of like people don't like chewing sounds, or they don't like foot tapping or stuff like that. And I couldn't really think of anything like that. So I just said as a pet peeve, like dishonest people. Like, if you're gonna be like two-faced and a liar and all that, I don't want any of that. So move on along. What are your guilty pleasures? I really love sweet things. I love me some cake and donuts and muffins, baked goods basically, brownies. Oh, yeah, I really like sweet things. Who are your favorite schizophrenic and schizoaffective YouTubers? Des Chroma. Well, now she is Soporific Sheep, which, girl, you gotta tell me how you came up with that because I really don't understand. But, also, I watch Brie Martinek, I have schizophrenia, bipolar corner, shout out to Gary. Dr. Tracy Marks is a psychiatrist, and she makes educational videos. She's really good. I really like her. She's like the good, like the real, authentic Katie Morton, what Katie Morton tries to be, but isn't. So yeah, Dr. Tracy Marks, she's good. And then I used to watch, oh my gosh, I love this guy so much. His username was Ihaveschizophrenia, but he took all of his videos down and I never see him in the comments anymore, so it's sad, but he was really great. Yeah, it's, a lot of us have bipolar or like borderline, or bipolar and borderline are common. It's harder to find like the schizophrenic YouTubers, I feel like. Because I mean, it is a really debilitating disease, you know? So, yeah, a lot of us aren't even in the place where we could film if we wanted to, but I'm fortunate enough, and some of you other guys are fortunate enough that we have people in our lives that are keeping our symptoms under control and keeping us living a somewhat needs met lifestyle, like food, shelter, you know, we got all that. Anyways, I was kind of a rant there. Do you listen to the Beatles? If yes, what are your favorite albums by them? Okay, so that's really hard. I just thought of like Let It Be, Magical Mystery Tour, Abbey Road. I love like, so I have, when they released that CD like Masters collection, digital collection, totally bought that, and it's a beautiful little Beatles box. So yeah, I just they got great songs on all their albums, honestly. What are your top 10 favorite albums of all time? That is way too hard of a question, and I'm sorry, I do not have the brain power to ponder that out. So I apologize, I can't really answer that. One of them would be a Depeche Mode album, for sure. One of them would be a Beatles album. One of them would be an Iced Earth album. One of them would be a Rocky Votolato album. I don't know. There's a lot. I can't do that. I love music, but I'm not like a music snob by any means. I'm not as knowledgeable about music as I would like to be. So, yeah, sorry. What genres of music do you listen to? So, classic rock, post-punk, indie rock, basically anything in between there. I like old school rap and hip hop, like 90s stuff. The only thing that I don't really listen to is like modern country. Like, I'm not into that. And I really don't like most pop music. I love Lana Del Rey, she's my girl. But a lot of other pop musicians I'm not a fan of. What are your top 3 bands? I just listed 2, Depeche Mode and the Beatles, because I kind of mentioned them already. And solo artists, I also just mentioned 2, Rocky Votolato and Lana Del Rey. Can you name old movies that you've watched? So I've seen like The Birds, Alfred Hitchcock, of course, and I've seen other black and white or silent movies that I don't remember the names of. But yeah, I would like to watch more. If you have a source of where you can go find old movies, then let me know, because I would totally like to check that out. Have you watched mental health movies like A Beautiful Mind and The Machinist? I've not seen The Machinist. I have seen A Beautiful Mind, which, by the way, I have a video on that movie. Did not like it. Not an accurate representation of schizophrenia, just saying. Girl Interrupted is a favorite, and I really liked Touch with Fire as well. Next question. Do you think depression is a disease of isolation, and how do you start feeling less apathetic? So this, one of the previous questions was basically this. And yeah, you just have to, I think isolation definitely does cause your depression to get worse. I think that you do, I mean, if you don't have like an outside social life, at least have an online community, like a support community. I mean, that's really what I've got. I'm fortunate to have my husband and like a couple outside friends too, or in real life friends, but yeah, just really making sure you have a support group, having a good therapist. Yeah, I mean, you just have to get interested in things, I think, to feel less apathetic, and just try not to beat yourself up on it, because the apathy is kind of just, it's episodic. It'll lift. I mean, it may take a while, but I think it'll lift. And then ever considered assisted suicide? I really did not quite understand this question. I'm not sure if this was like a troll question, like, have you ever considered killing yourself? But if it's not the case, and it's, have you ever considered assisted suicide for depression, which is legal in like only 2 places in the world, but physician assisted suicide for depression, I think should totally be allowed. I just feel like you should be allowed if you're suffering a terminal illness, and that's where it's like debatable on if depression is like a terminal illness or not, but I don't know. I don't want to get into a huge debate over it, but I mean, I do think everybody should have the right to their life and if they want to keep going or not. So, yeah. All right, and that is it. That is all your guys' questions. Just kidding. I'm back with one more question. Someone asked some really good questions after I already made this video. So I'm inserting this to add their questions because they are their questions. So, all right. Leah, Jinx, and May ask, first I want to say thanks. I feel understood when I watch your videos and I really appreciate what you do. I have a couple questions. Do you have any advice for people seeking diagnosis and help for the first time? So I recommend that you go to a psychiatrist first. I mean, it depends on what you're dealing with. If you're just dealing with depression and anxiety, you can go to your primary care doctor. And if he or she thinks that you have a mental illness beyond depression or anxiety, she or he will give you a referral to a psychiatrist. So it just kind of depends on what you feel like you're dealing with. If you feel like you're having like mania or like psychosis or just like borderline like symptoms, then maybe go to a psychiatrist first, I would say. Yeah, just find a psychiatrist. That's really all I can say is I think start with someone who's qualified. Like, definitely start with someone who's experienced. And let's see, have you ever considered trying psychoanalysis as a form of psychotherapy? You know, I'm reading Ellen Sachs' book. She has schizophrenia, and she's currently like a successful like law professor. But anyways, she always did psychoanalysis. Can't speak, guys. She always did that as her therapy, like while she was in college. So I don't know. I'd be interested to try it. Do you know a way for people with financial difficulties, like no insurance or low income, to get help? So yeah, there's actually a lot of like state-run clinics that you can go to for a low price, like for people without insurance. I found this one website called needymeds.org, and it's a very, very useful site, it seems. You can find like clinics in your area. I think you can find like doctors, or you can just find therapists, whatever you're looking for. So, yeah, I would recommend checking out that website. Their sliding scale, of course, look for a therapist who does sliding scale with you, so they can work with you on a price that you can afford. So, okay, clip over, back to the original video. Thank you so much for contributing and asking me your questions. And again, please like and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, that's it. I will see you guys later. Bye. Love you.